Hello and welcome to my class on statistics. Today we will look into sampling technique. Sampling technique is a very important step and very important stage in any scientific research. In fact, if you have a proper sampling technique and if you take a proper and scientific sample from the population, then only you can get a good result from the research that you are conducting. A sum total of all individuals that are considered for study is called population, and the section or a part of the population from which the data is collected and used for the analysis is called sample. And when you are taking a sample, when you are collecting the data from the sample, it has to be done in a scientific way. Statistics, especially biostatistics, provides a number of techniques and methods for conducting research by taking a proper sample. Basically, there are two types of sampling techniques. One is called random sampling, is also called probability sampling. The other one is non-random sampling, which is non-probability sampling. In random sampling, the samples are collected in a random way where there is chance for each and every individual to be selected. So the probability of getting selected as a sample is high for each and every individual entity of the population. On the other hand, in case of non-probability sampling or also called non-random sampling, where it is biased, the probability of getting selected as a sample in a population for any individual is very, very low because it is governed by the principles of bias. There is bias in the selection. So in probability sampling, there is no bias. Every individual entity has an equal chance of getting selected as a sample, whereas in case of non-probability, non-random sampling, the chance is low because there is bias involved. It depends on the scientist or researcher who is selecting. Based on his intentions, his bias, the selection is made. Having said this, we cannot rule out and we cannot eliminate non-random sampling or non-probability sampling. In some cases, it becomes essential to do the sampling by using these methods. For example, in case of quota sampling. Quota sampling is a non-probability, non-random sampling. For example, if you take a population, certain amount of quota has to be reserved for a certain section of people or certain section of the population. Then only there is a proper representation of the population. Alright, for example, if you are studying a population of human beings and the survey that you are making is related to caste, then when you are studying based on the caste, you have to maintain and allocate a certain amount of quota for a particular type of caste based on their composition in the population. You cannot give same quota, same amount of quota for all castes of the population, because some castes, for example, in India, the Hindus population is high and the population of Christians is low. So you cannot have or you cannot give same quota for Hindus and Christians. Proportionately, you must give more quota for Hindus, less amount of quota for Christians. So quota sampling is one example where even non-random sampling becomes essential, becomes important for a proper research, for a proper study.